ecological spirituality sounds to be a complex pair of words, but in actual fact, we humans are spiritual as well as intellectual and emotional and physical beings, and our deepest spirit can reach out to and appreciate this amazing cosmos of which we're part, and to experience the sacredness and the beauty and the care that's needed to live within this marvelous network of creation, and to honour the divine creator behind it all. And to me, that's ecological spirituality in action. When I was invited to write a book about ecological spirituality, I was really excited because it was going to be a book, hopefully, that was visual, that was accessible, that was a user-friendly guide. And having worked in this area for many years, I've always sensed that groups and individuals needed a resource that they could enjoy, that they could hold, they could contemplate, that they could share within a group, and that would help to give them wings to bring alive the sense they have that it's so important that we look after our planet, and to be in touch with the whole of creation. The work of ecological spirituality and environmental responsibility is a really important aspect of being an educator. And I've been an educator for many, many years, 50 plus years now, if I count what I'm doing at the moment since retirement. And most of it's been in Catholic schools, but also with adults. And one of the most intriguing of the projects that I've been involved with was trying to explore how students and ourselves can find a sense of the sacred in everything we learn, all of the disciplines we study, the lives we lead, the economies that we operate in. And I think that that probably is, at the moment, the single most pressing need in education, to discover that this is sacred task of living and of learning that is going to help us to befriend our planet and not destroy it. The relevance of ecological spirituality has probably never been greater than right now. The young people are rising and rising. They realise the significance of climate change in a way that many adults have not got a clue about. And the imminence of disaster is nightly on our screens, and we tend to put it aside because it's too difficult, too hard. But I think the whole world is now waking up that even though we have a war at the moment, we have terrible poverty, etc., much of that is linked to humans' ego, and it is human ego and greed that has actually brought about the devastation of the planet. So it's really urgent. The recent reports from the United Nations, the indications from science, they all point to how significant it is that we address this issue, and we do it with urgency and with heart. And I think ecological spirituality empowers us for the long haul, and for the immediate response to do this and do it well. The intended audience for this book is really anyone who may have an extremely passionate interest in ecology and saving and caring for our planet. It is, of course, specially designed for people who have a spiritual commitment, people who have some faith background, but it's not confined to that. And I do know people among my own family who've had a good look at this book, and they're excited that someone is doing this work, and they find it very relevant for their own lives. So I think it can be offered to individuals, to groups in schools or in parishes or communities, churches. It can be offered to people who might be wanting to sit quietly and meditate themselves and be empowered to come out and do something that takes great courage and commitment. So I see it as not limited in its scope. Anyone who's open would probably gain, I could say without being too presumptuous, would gain something, I think, of significance and help for their lives and for their commitment.